Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for a brand new pick a card reading. For anyone that's new to the channel, hello and welcome in. My name is Melissa, and in today's video we're going to be digging into your love life in this upcoming month of September. So what we're going to be taking a look at in today's reading is overall energies or situation that is presenting itself to you in the realm of love and romance this month. We're going to be taking a look at your energy. We'll look to see if there's any person of significance that you guys are dealing with this month. And of course, we'll close out the reading with some guidance and advice for you as you move forward. Let's get a couple disclaimers first. First and foremost, this is a general reading, so please keep in mind that some messages may resonate quite specifically with your situation, while other messages may not. As I always say, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Please don't get upset or take it personally if something within a general YouTube reading isn't super specific with everything about your situation. If you guys do want to book a personal reading, which would be a lot more of an accurate way to look into your own energy, all the details on how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. Additionally, with any of these time-based prediction style readings, always keep in mind, guys, that energy is always changing and the future is never set in stone. It really depends on the actions that you guys choose to take. So as you're viewing your outlook for the month of September for your love life, just keep in mind that you have free will to make your own choices and decisions with regard to what's ahead for you. What I'm tapping into today is just giving you a snapshot of where you're headed based off of your current energy. All right, let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. So we're working with 3 piles today. Starting here on the left, we have pile number 1 with some rose quartz, pile number 2 with some Bumblebee Jasper, and pile number 3 with this Sunstone. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your love life and what's ahead for you this month. Go ahead and select the pile or crystal you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below where you can locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen pile. See you there? Hey there, pile number 1. If you guys picked out this rose quartz tumble, this is going to be your love prediction for the month of September. So we're actually going to start things off with some oracle cards first, which we're going to do these 3, and then we're going to kind of build and layer on. So let's go ahead and see. And then I'm also, at the end of your reading, you guys, going to channel any message cards from any person of significance that this reading may bring about. So if you guys are curious about how someone is feeling, this might be a good thing for you to stay till the end for. So overall energy this month in love, we have close encounters. We have true love. What? And then we have differences. Okay. Ooh, you guys. All right. So I definitely feel like I want to start with close encounters because this card it's got a really beautiful message and meaning to it. I definitely feel like you guys this month, it definitely feels like you are dealing with someone first and foremost. And even if you guys don't find yourselves necessarily connecting with anyone, I think that this theme can still apply to other types of relationships in your life. Because remember, love is not always romantic love. I kind of set that intention when I go into these readings, but sometimes other things come up like family, friends, other types of connections. Close encounters is specifically talking about vulnerability and being able to use your vulnerability as a strength. You know, being vulnerable is all about being able to remove the mask, show someone who you truly are, be able to authentically voice your opinion or voice the way that you're feeling deep down inside. And so I definitely feel that this is a theme that's very important as you guys are navigating your love life this month. Specifically, you know, because it definitely feels that there is a connection here that has love within it. Again, whether it be romantic or another type of relationship that's coming to mind for you, that's going to be different for everyone watching the video. But even again, if there's like no one and you're watching this, you're like, Melissa, I'm single. What are you talking about? This theme of being vulnerable is still a really important message for you guys to hear, because in order for you to really fully experience true love, you have to be willing to show someone who you truly are at your most vulnerable, right? You have to be willing to take the mask off. You have to be willing to speak your truth. You have to be willing to set clear boundaries if something's making you feel uncomfortable, right? Those are all different types of ways that we are expressing authenticity. And if we don't come out of the cage, if we don't let the mask down, then we're coming into these situations really doing ourselves and the other person a disservice because we're not speaking our truth. We're holding back because of fear. You guys do have the differences card coming up here this month as well. And so this is making me feel like throughout the month, you guys may encounter a situation here with someone where there is going to be a need to have a courageous conversation about a difference that is happening between the two of you, a disconnect here. Maybe you are opposites with this person. Maybe you're having an argument about something. Maybe you're not seeing things in the same light, right? And so this trait of being able to let your guard down and fully express how you're feeling and express your truth is going to be very important if you want to be able to bring you and this person closer together, okay? Holding back and not saying how you feel is just going to further the distance between the both of you, okay? So let's get into the tarot cards next. We're going to take a look first. The first card is going to represent the situation in general. And for this, we have the Six of Pentacles. This card is going to represent you, my viewer. And for this, we have the King of Wands, okay? And then this card is going to represent any person of significance, which is going to be the Seven of Pentacles here. Okay. So the Six of Pentacles is telling me that there is a situation here in your love life this month that it's like effort is being highlighted here as a potential issue. Or something that we need to communicate and address through this conversation of vulnerability, right? Because the Six of Pentacles is all about striving for equilibrium in a relationship, an equal exchange of give and take of time, energy, resources, attention, etc. A lot of times for me, when I see this card come up in a reading, this is usually a situation where we have one person who is giving more than the other one. Not always, but just being that we have some differences here coming through and some reassessment energy that I'm seeing with you and this person, it feels like there's an issue here with maybe one person not putting in as much effort as the other one. And this is sort of the situation that's being presented. If you guys take a look at this card, it's like we have this person here that's in a position of power and these two people that are like begging. They're begging for money. They're begging for crumbs. They're in need, though. You see, they're in this desperate situation and they're in need. But this person, even though they're wealthy and affluent, you see how they're being very measured about how much they're willing to give to these people that are in need, right? It's like they're keeping track, you know, which isn't always the most like romantic energy to experience when you feel like you have to keep track of how much someone's giving you or how much you're wanting to give, taking that very measured approach, right? Sometimes it is necessary, I think, to set proper boundaries. But the point that I'm trying to make by explaining the card to you guys this in depth is that it's like there's someone here in your relationship that is maybe breadcrumbing a little bit. And then there's another person in this relationship that is perhaps feeling like they're not getting enough of what they need to basically function in this connection. I'm also seeing for some of you guys that there might be, I'm not necessarily picking up on like an actual third party situation, like another relationship that someone's in, but it feels like there could be other obligations also impacting the amount of effort that can be put into this connection, because I am seeing some triangulation here with there being three people and this representing the situation itself. So take that as it resonates for your situation. But I feel like one person, maybe they have a lot going on with work. You know, it could be other, you know, it could be any situation external to this connection where it's like the person is, whoever it is, whether it's you or this person, there's an issue here with having to scatter and measure their resources amongst other parties besides just this connection. Now, you, my viewer, are showing up here in this King of Wands energy, which is really interesting because it's like you have your back to the situation. So maybe you guys coming into this reading have already decided that this person or this connection isn't worth it anymore. You're kind of looking away, looking into potentially greener pastures. But, King of Wands energy is it's a leadership-oriented energy. This is the type of person that is going to take charge and go after the things that they want. Maybe you guys have set a boundary with this person. Maybe you feel like you have clearly communicated with this person about what you want, because this would definitely be the type of person that would not be afraid to speak up. But the other thing that I think is important to note about this King of Wands, and tying it back into our Close Encounters card, you guys, is that the King of Wands can also be kind of someone that's driven by ego, right? So like, what am I trying to say with this? So like when we're driven by ego, and it's like this energy of, well, you didn't do this, or I deserve this, and I'm trying to figure out how to articulate this in a way that makes sense. But when you have your ego and it's like your pride sort of driving you, it also blocks vulnerability, right? Because your ego is sort of a way of protecting yourself, acting like everything's okay, acting like you don't really care, acting like, whatever, like this person would be like, oh, I'm whatever, I can get someone else because I'm really attractive. Like that's like a King of Wands vibe. Not saying you guys are like that. I'm just trying to give you examples here. But when you're in that more ego area where your ego is protecting you, this is you lacking vulnerability. You know what I mean? And so I definitely think that there's an energy here where there is a difference, but you may want to kind of think about, have you truly let your guard down and really communicated about this from the heart space, right? Because I don't really feel like this King of Wands is communicating about this from the heart space. I think they're communicating from an ego space, from a pride space. Now, this person that you guys may be dealing with this month with the Seven of Pentacles, this person is feeling like they've put in a lot of effort so far into this connection, but they're also in a phase of sort of reassessing the situation. This person may be very slow moving. This person may also be a little bit impatient too, you guys. I think impatience could be a thing that both of you guys may struggle with in certain aspects, because this person, I think, is reassessing the efforts they've made thus far. And maybe they're feeling a little impatient that they haven't gotten exactly what they wanted out of the situation. But overall, the Seven of Pentacles is telling me that this person that you guys are dealing with, they're sort of reevaluating the return on their investment for the effort they've put in. So maybe this person is the one that's being kind of measured in their effort, because we have the 6 to the 7 of Pentacles, and they're really looking at their pentacles here. Like, this is what I've done so far with pile 1. This is what I'm seeing as the result, but there's a little bit of dissatisfaction around where you're at with them. So I definitely think that this person is reassessing things. It doesn't necessarily mean that like they want to walk away from you, but I think that they are trying to reevaluate the situation and decide, do I want to continue to put the effort forth, or do I feel like it's best for me to cut my losses and move on, right? It feels to me, guys, like these differences could potentially be worked out if both people were willing to be vulnerable and just communicate. But let's continue. Let's see what else we get. We're going to go in with the status cards next and just get some more info into this situation here. So we have emotionally immature. This one makes impulsive decisions. It might be exciting, but it will be short-lived. So yes, but you see, guys, this is where that vulnerability is coming up. So, maybe this connection started off really exciting. Maybe someone in this connection was really impulsive, and sometimes when those things happen and you start off a connection and things are like super exciting and it's like a whirlwind romance, it's like, it sort of sets an expectation of effort that's not always sustainable. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what's happening here with the 6 of Pentacles. It's like something about the way that this started is not sustainable for each of you, because one person has this expectation that like, oh, it's going to be like this all the time. This is why I liked you. This is why I fell for you. Where the other person is starting to, which I think is your person, reassess here. Like, well, I don't know if I can keep putting in all this effort. Like maybe I did too much too soon, right? We also have sexual fantasies. I get lost thinking about you. So there is chemistry for sure between you and this person. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, your energy is showing up here as a fire sign. One thing I'll say too, guys, is these energies could be flipped. So keep that in mind as well. Every situation's different. You guys may actually feel like you're resonating more with the Seven of Pentacles, and you may feel this is your person. So just take it how it resonates for you. We also have shush. There are no words that can explain how you feel. Enjoy this feeling. So there is still this connection that you feel with this person deep down. And so I think that this month is just about you deciding whether or not this is a salvageable situation where the both of you are able to really work through any differences that you're having. And the key to that is going to be whether or not you guys are able to really let your defenses down, both people, and just be vulnerable. So we also have the Axe. This says breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. Yeah. So it could be saying, you guys, from an advice perspective, that like, if you guys don't feel as though you're able to get from this person what you desire, even after communicating with them, you know, separation may be, you know, the best thing here. There's also an energy here of stop the pattern. So I think for some of you guys that chose pile 1, you want to think about how does this connection fit into the overall pattern of my dating life, of my love life? Do you guys typically attract in these types of connections that start off really fast and then kind of fizzle out? You know, so it could be just something for you all to kind of self-reflect on here as you move forward. And you guys did pick rose quartz, which for me is definitely like a self-love crystal. I feel like anytime I do a pick a card with this crystal, there's usually some theme of self-love coming through for the viewer. So there could be something around your self-love that needs attention that's being highlighted for you through this situation here. So we're going to close out here by pulling some message cards from the Hidden Truth Oracle deck just to see what your person would say to you if they were being totally honest and candid with their situation, or with their feelings, sorry. So pile 1, what would this person say if they were being totally truthful and honest? We have I compare others to you. So there's still, even though they're reassessing this connection, they're also assessing you against others. Okay. We have I have too much to lose. So this person is they're definitely evaluating efforts they've placed in thus far. With regard to not just this connection, but other things in their life, which is kind of what I was picking up on with that Six of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Hold on. One more. I admire you. So they do have admiration and respect for you, I feel. Yeah. So pile 1, I think we're going to close the reading out here. Look at this though. Hold on. I want to start over. See, they're definitely in this place where they're trying to decide what the best course of action is, because they do compare others to you. They do admire you, but there's definitely something here. And for some of you guys, this could be about them feeling like they're going to lose you if they don't get it together, right? Or that even if it's not about that, it could just be that they're feeling like there's something they're risking by being with you. So take it as it resonates with your situation. You guys will know, I'm sure, what fits best for your situation. But we are going to go ahead and close your reading out here. I would love to hear from you in the comments how you feel like it resonates with your situation this month and what's been going on in your love life leading up to September. So please drop me a note down below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you guys are aware of when I'm uploading new videos. And I do look forward to seeing you in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, if you guys picked out this Bumblebee Jasper, this will be your love reading for the month of September. So we're going to start things off actually with some oracle cards, and then we'll move into the tarot. Make sure you guys stay till the end as well, because I'm going to be pulling some of these hidden truth cards just to see if there's any messages from anyone out there in your love life that you guys may need to hear. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to pull here first. We have great and full. We do have support, and we have mystery. I feel like you guys, so great and full, this is talking about gratitude. So I feel like one of the centerfold or like focal points, I guess, for your love life this month is gratitude. And I'm wondering if you guys are practicing gratitude because you are wanting to manifest something into your love life. We have the number 4 here. So 4 talks about building a foundation, your stability, your security in life. And so I'm feeling like, and especially too with you guys picking Bumblebee Jasper, which is like a very confident sort of energy, it's making me feel like you guys might be really focusing in on the things that you already have in your life that you're feeling grateful for as it pertains to love and relationships and just maybe even just like your personal life in general, right? I think that you guys have a lot of support around you this month, whether this be from a romantic partner or just other people in your life. Remember, love readings, even though I put the intention out there for them to be focused on romance, because I know that's what most of you guys want, love is not just romantic love, right? It can be platonic love. It can be family love. There's all sorts of different types of connections that we can have with people that we love. So you guys are definitely grateful this month because you are being supported here. And with mystery coming up, this is kind of cool because it's making me feel like there's like an element of the unknown in your love life this month, which might be scary for some of you, but it's leading me back to this energy of manifestation. Like you guys focusing on setting intentions and showing up confidently in love for what you want, but maybe not being totally ultimately sure who you're going to end up with yet. You know, this card also, you guys, talks about sort of in practicing gratitude, releasing the attachment to your manifestation coming in a very specific look or a very specific form. So if you guys are going into this month really trying to manifest a new relationship or a new life partner, a romantic life partner, whatever the situation is, there is a message of guidance here to being open to something that might be a little bit outside of what you're picturing in your mind, okay? And this could be where that mystery card is coming because there's an uncertainty of like, maybe what are they going to look like? What are they going to be like? Things like that. So let's move into the tarot. The first card here is going to represent the situation itself. And for this, we have the 3 of Cups, which is awesome. This card is going to represent you, my viewer. And we have the Ace of Pentacles here. And then this is going to represent any person of significance in your love life this month. And we do have the Magician coming up, which is manifestation energy, which is really funny. So, okay. So this situation in your love life this month, and I think, again, the reason you guys are feeling so grateful is because you are supported. I think that you guys are having a lot of fun this month. I think that you guys are connecting with friends or maybe focusing in on your friend group or some sort of community group that you guys do belong to. And I think that through connecting with like-minded individuals, you are becoming more confident in yourselves. You're becoming more confident in who you are and how you show up in the things that you want and desire. You guys do have a lot of yellow energy popping up here. So solar plexus work may be beneficial to you this month. Maybe listening to some solar plexus focused meditations, things like that are going to help you to show up more confidently here. But you know, there's definitely an element of fun, hanging out with friends, having a good time, having a lot to celebrate, and focusing on the connections that you know are here to support you. Now, for some of you guys, there's also this element too that's a little more specific where I feel someone out here could be reconciling with someone from the past. Right? So 3 of Cups can sometimes talk about like someone from our past. For me, it does anyway. Someone from the past reuniting with us. 6 of Cups can be that as well. This can also talk about taking a connection to the next level too. So there could be something about that for some of you out there, but overwhelmingly for me, for the majority, it feels like this is an emphasis on friendship type connections and being grateful for the relationships that you already have while we're manifesting in our love life partner. So you guys, my viewer, are showing up here as an Ace of Pentacles. So with the Ace of Pentacles, this is an energy that's really talking about starting to place effort into things, seeing potential opportunities and beginning to put effort into them, right? So I think that a lot of you guys, maybe this month, this energy of going out with friends or maybe like focusing more on your social life, this could be like a new sort of beginning for you because aces do talk about new beginnings. I am seeing a new path opening up for you right here. And the Ace of Pentacles is about putting tangible effort into things, right? There is a desire, I feel, that you guys have to change something in your love life, because we have this gratitude energy, this manifestation intention that I'm picking up on here. And so with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like a knowing that you are going to need to put the actual effort in tangibly. So you can't just like write in your gratitude journal every day and expect things to just come into your life. Sometimes it does happen like that. It's happened to me recently with something. But if you guys are aligning those gratitude journals with tangible actions and efforts, it helps to call in your manifestations in a more tangible way, faster sometimes. Now, any person of significance that's showing up here, this is really interesting with the Magician. So for some of you guys, I feel like this is just confirming that this person is in fact what you're manifesting, because the Magician is talking about manifestation. So for you guys, this person of significance, I feel, could still be in manifestation this month as you are doing your thing, focusing on your social life, connecting with friends, things like that, right? So this is just kind of saying, we don't know who it is yet, but they're in the works. They're in manifestation. For others of you guys, I feel like this person that's showing up here is actually manifesting you. Which it actually could be twofold, right? You guys could be manifesting your life partner or a romantic partner, and whoever that person is that you haven't met yet can also be calling in you at the same time, right? So there's definitely strong manifestation energy here that I'm picking up on. I would say this, if you guys are like dealing with anyone, like if this is a reconciliation energy, I feel like this person is definitely someone who is very charming, who knows how to get what they want. They know all the right words to say, how to kind of like manipulate situations to get what they want, to manifest what they want. So what I would say too is like, if you're like, who is this person? What is this? Just watch out for any sort of like attention-seeking behavior or, like attention-seeking behavior. Like think of someone who is trying to like get your attention in some way. So like, for example, maybe this person is like doing something on social media that they know you're going to respond to. Like maybe they post something on their story that they know you're going to be like, oh my God, and like get, they know it's going to grab your attention. That's what I mean when I say that. All right, so let's move into these statuses cards next and see what other clarity we can get. So we have needy coming up here. Okay. We have my shorty. I'm not yours, you're not mine, but I'll always be around. Yeah, so there definitely does appear to be a certain energy here of someone that you genuinely enjoy connecting with here. With that Three of Cups, maybe it is just a friend, but there's not a commitment energy here just yet. And it does feel like with it saying I'll always be around, that this could be someone that you do have a history with. We also have infatuation, attracted to all the things that you do. I'm wondering if this needy energy is popping up because of what we were talking about with the Great and Full, of like being a little bit more open of what your manifestation can look like and show up as. Maybe needy is more so referring to again, like releasing that attachment. Because when I think of someone that's needy, I think of a situation or someone that is like very clingy and very like smothering, in a sense. And so we don't want to smother our manifestation by being too attached to the outcome. For some of you guys, this could be a very specific message, right? This could be a very specific message for someone out there where maybe this is a trait within your connections past that needs to be examined, right? Do you show up as being needy? Have people given you that feedback before? Do you attract needy partners? Do you even feel like it's true if people have told you that you're needy or not, right? So there just could be something here that needs to be looked into. And I'm also getting here, again, like being more confident in yourself to provide your own needs, right? Being more confident in yourself to be independent, right? Which is also sort of what this solar plexus energy is talking about, more confidence. But yeah, we definitely have someone that is very attracted to you that's showing up here as well. Okay. So for advice for you this month, we have kisses. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. So I think what this is talking about is, again, like going back to our gratitude message here, being able to appreciate your connections, the situation you're in, unconditionally, like unconditional, without attachment, right? Without expecting something in return, right? So remembering to channel that energy of unconditional love towards self and anyone that you're opening yourselves up to here. Giving and receiving affection as well. Like, I think that this is also just kind of confirming that the message of placing effort, right? Making sure that you're putting in effort just as much as someone else is putting in effort. All right, so we're going to close this out, pile 2, by looking in to see if you have any person out there that wants to say anything to you. So it could be this magician person, it could be someone else. Maybe it's from the person you're manifesting. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see what comes through. What do they want to say to pile 2? Will you ever make things right? So someone's wanting you to correct something out there for someone. We have I still have feelings for you. So someone is still missing you and liking you and loving you. We also have I need security. So I'm not sure if those messages completely fit into this, because it feels like you guys are in very new beginning energy. These messages feel like someone from the past potentially, but maybe it is relevant to someone that you guys are connecting with now. It'll be different for everyone out there. We do have you broke my heart, so there's definitely history energy coming up here as well for this situation. But I would love to hear from you guys in the comments how you feel like this fits with your love life based off of what's going on right now. So please drop me a comment down below and let me know. If you guys are not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you are aware of when I'm uploading new videos, and I do look forward to seeing you in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey, pile number 3. If you guys picked out this Sunstone crystal, this is going to be your love reading for the month of September. So we're going to kick things off here with some oracle cards. And then make sure you guys stay till the end, because I'm also going to be channeling some messages for you from any potential love interests out there. So let's go ahead and see what you guys have going on this month. So we start here with a grand symphony. We have freedom. And we have communication. Interesting. Move this out of the way. So overall energy, you guys, this month with the Grand Symphony card being here at the heart of the spread, you know, this card is really sort of talking about appreciating collective versus individual. So what I mean by this is when we're in a relationship with someone, whether it's platonic, romantic, whatever this is for you this month, this is sort of talking about being able to appreciate the music, quote unquote, the two of you are making together, right? So you might be representative of like one type of instrument or one type of, you know, octave, and then your person may be representative of a different instrument or different octave. I don't know if this is making sense, but it's about like how the two of you harmonize those differences and make a beautiful collective end product. Okay, does that make sense what I mean? Like maybe you're a clarinet and they're a trumpet. I don't know. And it's like they're very opposite instruments, right? But when you play them together, they can be beautiful. They can harmonize, right? So I definitely think that you guys are being guided this month to really think about the way that you show up in your connections and how you're contributing to the overall symphony, right? Positive, negative, neutral, whatever it is. I think that you guys may have kind of like an independent spirit in a sense with the freedom card here. Maybe you guys like individuality and you like to, like, I get this energy that you guys don't like to feel like you're trapped in a cage or trapped in a box. Like you like to be able to spread your wings and fly. And maybe some of you guys struggle with flying away from things or running away from things instead of sticking it out and communicating, right? Maybe the way that some of you guys communicate, or maybe even partners that you guys attract in, is more like the type of person that would fly away instead of come closer to talk things through. And it definitely feels like communication, the way you guys communicate, is being highlighted here this month. What does this card say? I'm trying to read what the note says on the card. It's like, something, my love, I have something, think of, I don't know. I can't really read it, but it's like a love letter. So you guys may also be working on your communication with people this month, with another person. So let's continue. So moving into the tarot cards next, what we're going to be looking at first is the energy of this situation in your love life, which is represented here by the Two of Swords. Okay, that's making a lot of sense. This card is going to be you, my viewer. So we have the Knight of Wands, and then this card is going to represent any person of significance this month, which is the Sun. Okay. So, and keep in mind, you guys, even if you don't have a person of significance, this can still have a meaning. So stick with me because I'm going to explain. The situation here is the Two of Swords. Okay, so going back into what we were talking about up here, you know, the Two of Swords is when we know that we have to make a choice, but we are choosing to not see the situation. Like, we're choosing to not make a choice. We're staying neutral. We're staying kind of blinded to the situation. I think of this card sometimes as like knowing that there's an elephant in the room that needs to be addressed, but instead of addressing it, we're just pretending it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? And so this, I think, ties in really well with the communication energy and the freedom card, right? Because maybe the way that we are sort of freeing ourselves from dealing with the situation is through pretending it's not happening, pretending it doesn't exist, you know, whatever the issue is. So, you know, if you guys have been feeling like something is awkward in your love life, or you're feeling like not totally satisfied with something in your love life, I think that it's going to be really important for you to ask yourself, like, how have I contributed to this through my own energy here? And what's interesting too is that if you guys are connecting with someone this month, for those of you that do end up connecting with another person, it's kind of interesting because I see two people that are actually very passionate about one another. We have a lot of fiery energy. You guys also picked the Sunstone, right? And so I'm also kind of getting a message for some of you guys that maybe this is a situation where both people have care and compassion and maybe chemistry for each other, but both people are like ignoring that elephant in the room. They're not really acting on it or addressing it. It's almost like you guys, my viewer, with the Knight of Wands. Again, there's a lot of passionate energy. There's a lot of chemistry. But like the freedom card, it's like you guys are running away from the situation. Your card is facing this way. Your person is kind of facing forward, right? They're kind of more in the head-on space, like the Two of Swords person is here, the situation is here. But like you guys, I think, might be struggling with maybe vulnerability, or there's an energy here of maybe the grass is greener on the other side, or distractions even. It could be just distractions, but you know, the Knight of Wands is this energy of a lot of passion and chemistry and being like really excited about something, kind of diving into situations head first and not really thinking all the way through about the actions we're taking because we're just acting on our passion, right? And so sometimes with that Knight of Wands, what can happen is we dive into it head first. We're not really thinking it all the way through, and we're really excited about it and we're enjoying it, but then the passion fizzles really fast. And then we find ourselves in a situation where maybe we're like, I don't know if I'm feeling this all the way, or we find ourselves in a situation where it's like, now I feel like my feelings are changing and I don't know if I really want to address it, right? So it's like we're going to run away. That could be something that's happening for some of you guys. The other thing, though, that I am getting is that you guys are showing up here as being very passionate about your love life this month. And if you guys are connecting with someone, I see a lot of chemistry here for sure. There's also an emphasis here on fun. You know what I mean? The Knight of Wands is someone that wants to have fun. They want to have a good time. They want to enjoy themselves with whoever it is that they are connecting with, right? And so I kind of see that being a focus as well, especially, again, thinking of the Symphony card, where it's like, maybe some of you guys are freeing yourselves from a specific situation going into the month, and this is what you're avoiding through seeking out joyous experiences with others. Now, the person of significance that's showing up here with the Sun card, now this can be platonic, romantic, it depends on your situation. It's going to be different for everyone out there, guys, because this is a general reading. But this person is showing up here as, again, like passionate, happy, having fun, being in your presence. This is a very warm energy of joy and vitality as well, happiness. But the Sun is also talking about clarity too, so I feel like this person is in a place where they are, yes, enjoying the connection, but they are also starting to see this connection much more clearly than maybe they have in the past. And that can be clearly in a good way or clearly in a neutral way. It really depends on the situation. But there is this elephant in the room that like no one's addressing here. So I want to see what else we can get with the status cards next. So we have fire. Play with this fire and you will get burned. You see, there's a lot of passionate energy coming up here. And I'm wondering if there's a fear as well. See, I keep picking up on a fear, like somebody trying to run away here. So this is sort of talking about like, yes, there's passion, yes, there's chemistry, but there's also this fear or insecurity that someone's going to get hurt, right? So we're struggling here to really address how we're feeling because we're afraid to be vulnerable. We're afraid to fully dive in because we're nervous that it's not going to be good for us ultimately. We have keeping in touch, small talk here and there, but definitely still holding on. So yeah, there's definitely someone here that you guys are staying connected with. So even if it's not like in a major way, which I feel like it might not be, this feels very like early stages or someone from the past or someone that you guys really need to address something with, clear the air with here. You are still connected to this person this month through small talk. We also have the chaser. Okay. This says likes what they can't have or what's not good for them. So this is interesting. You guys may also be like, in this chaser energy. I was picking up a more runner energy or just like maybe not even running is the right word. It's more just like escapism or maybe that's not the right word. It's like when I think of freedom, I think of like releasing something. You know what I mean? But the chaser is also an energy of action, but it's in a different way, So kind of with this fire energy coming up here, there could be this fear of you guys really delving into this situation any deeper because you feel like it really ultimately wouldn't be good for you in the long run. Maybe there's something about the situation, especially if it's saying likes what they can't have. It's like maybe there's something about this situation that's a little bit forbidden or a little bit taboo or off limits and for whatever reason. And this is why there's this risk involved. So let's pull one more card here for advice for you. And we do get Cupid's arrow. This is saying have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting. And then we have hesitation. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is, continue to focus on the way that you show up in connections. Continue to focus on your communication and the way that you're harmonizing with others and how you're contributing to the overall, music that's being created between the both of you, proverbially speaking, right? And I think with Cupid's arrow talking about hesitation, this is about sort of like that pause as we pull the arrow back and aim before we shoot, right? So I'm also seeing here, because you guys with the Knight of Wands, I think may sometimes, and I don't want to generalize, maybe this has only happened to you a couple times, but typically this is the type of person that gets swept up in situations really fast, and then it burns out really fast because they weren't really thinking things all the way through before they jumped in. So if that sounds like you guys, there's a message here about taking your time. It's okay to take it slow. It's okay to hesitate or maybe lean back and sort of survey the situation before you just completely dive in and shoot your shot. So, okay, let's go ahead. Oops, hold on, guys. I dropped a card. Let's go ahead and we're going to close this out by just channeling some messages for you from any person of significance within your love life that may want to say something. So let's see for pile number 3, what does this person want to say? We have, I'm in a committed relationship. So that's, I think this could be part of the problem. If this person is in a committed connection already, you know, this is why we have this liking what you can't have and knowing that you'll get burned here. So there's an elephant in the room, probably for good reason. And maybe you guys this month are freeing yourselves from that situation in a good way. We have, I can't reach out. So yep, they can't talk to you because of that. What else? And then we have, I trusted you. Bottom deck energy, your intellect arouses me. So there's definitely chemistry and attraction here. But definitely looks like a situation where somebody isn't completely available here. So pile number 3, we are going to go ahead and close the reading out here, but I'm super curious to hear from you about like how this resonates and what's been going on in your love life leading up to this point. So please drop me a comment down below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you guys are aware of when I'm uploading new content. And I look forward to seeing you in a new reading very soon. Bye.